Mardu Siegebreaker, a really cool card to come out of Tarkir Dragonstorm. Today is the early access event, so we're trying out some new cards for you guys here today. It is a 4-mana 4/4 Death Touch Haste. When it enters, exile up to one other target creature you control until this creature leaves the battlefield. Whenever this creature attacks, for each opponent, create a tapped token that's a copy of the exiled card attacking that opponent. At the beginning of your next end step, sacrifice those tokens. So the most obvious thing to do here is to go Flesh Gorger on 3, Mardu Siegebreaker on 4, attack, exile the Flesh Gorger, make a copy of it tapped and attacking, which means you get a 7/5 Menace lifelink tapped and attacking plus a 4/4 Death Touch Haste, right? That is a huge swing, especially versus mono red. I think the 7 lifelink could go a really long way. So that is the most obvious thing to do here. Next thing is Steel Seraph. A little bit worse because at the beginning of combat, you get the trigger. So you can put Flying, Vigilance, or lifelink on the Siegebreaker. Then you attack, exile this thing, make the copy. The copy is a 5/4 attacking creature with flying, but you don't then get to apply lifelink to it because you've already begun combat at that point. I think Toby is decent as well. When it enters, create a 4/4 beast creature token. So you exile this. The new Toby comes in attacking. You get a second 4/4 off of it. And as long as you control 4 or more creature tokens you control have flying, which is not that hard to assemble because the Voice of Victory spits out 2 tokens. The first Toby spits out a 4/4, and then the copied Toby spits out the 4th token. So I think you get flying decently, somewhat consistently off Toby plus the Voice of Victory. Flanker just has a generically good ETB, probably a little better in ranked standard versus this early access event because the Graveyard Hate is really good against Boiler's Awakening, but you can just basically blink this card every turn and base case gain 2 life and scry 2, which I think is totally fine. The other thing Siegebreaker is good at is surviving sweepers because you exile one of these cards underneath until this creature leaves the battlefield. So even if they sweep the board with Day of Judgment or Sunfall, you would then spit out the Flesh Gorger after the fact. So it's really good in quite a number of scenarios. I think it could be good against mono red with the 7/5 lifelink aspect, and good against sweepers with the sack, exile the creature and then pop it back out after this card leaves the battlefield. Other stuff to facilitate the strategy, it's kind of like a combo-y aggro deck. So we have some Duress in there and Skrelv to protect the combo, along with Voice of Victory. Your opponents can't cast spells on your turn. The Duress also serves as a sorcery to help us hit Delirium, while Fear of Missing Out. Obviously, if we can have multiple combat steps with the Siegebreaker, you can get multiple copies of the underlying creature out, which could be very good. Scoundrel, I think, will help set up the combo. It's got some ETBs, and then I think the treasure token could help you pop out the Siegebreaker early, and maybe you copy the Scoundrel and just try to get more treasure per turn and ramp out other stuff. Shoot the Sheriff is specifically in there over Go for the Throat in case anybody else comes up with the same combo and need to kill artifacts. And then the Squire is kind of a niche pick. It's going to be fantastic in any mobilize specific deck because every single little creature that gets popped out pumps up the Squire, so expect to see this in every single mobilize deck basically. Here, we're not fully mobilize themed, but we do have a little bit of mobilize off the Voice of Victory, and we are pumping out extra creatures with the Siegebreaker every turn, so I think it's a decent include. Lastly, we are very specifically running 2 basics in the mana base because I expect every other streamer to go straight for the Sarkhan combo. They're for sure going to go turn 2 Sarkhan, behold a dragon, create a treasure token right into the new 4-mana dragon that destroys one of your non-basic lands, and then you better have basics to play. The first Hellkite we could survive, but if they go Hellkite into Hellkite, I really want a second basics. This is also a early access meta call. So yeah, there are a lot of other cards you could include here. Ketchamos is really cute because it enters tapped and attacking, so you get around the rule, plus the exile effect allows you to gain a life and draw a card, but there's not really any other synergy in here for that, so I think I'm going to avoid that. The Rakshasa is a new card. You kind of get around the decay effect because you exile it and then create a copy that's going to be sacked at the end of the turn anyway, so you can take advantage of the 5/5 aspect with a little downside. This card never blocks, so I'm not super high on it in best of 1 standard versus mono red. And then there's some other things I did think about, like let's see, the Cathar Commando is interesting. You could copy it and then every turn pay 1 and sack it after you attack to destroy artifact or enchantment. It could be very annoying versus certain opponents, maybe like a best of 3 sideboard card. But yeah, this is what we're giving a go. We're gonna run it and wish us luck. Levdev MTG. Okay, we're on the draw. We have the combo pieces. We have good mana. We're going to keep this even though we have no 2-drops or 1-drops. Demir. Alright, fast land. Not sure if we'd rather copy the Toby. I guess we throw the Toby out there in case they kill it. Alright, they're ramping right into Sultai Dragons. We do hit a 2-drop, which is quite nice. Doesn't matter what we play here, really. Alright, no spells on our turn. And then, yeah, I think we go into Toby, unless we really want the lifelink on the Siegebreaker. A 3/3 flying Death Touch lifelink. Okay, so if we play the Steel Seraph, we can get... yeah, flying doesn't really help. We either get an extra 4/4 out of the deal, or the 5/4. I think we still give him the Toby here, in case they kill the first one. I mean, the Flesh Gorger's always... oh, the Flesh Gorger's menace, too. Alright, we'll go Flesh Gorger route. That's fine. No attacks into the 3/3 flying Death Touch lifelink. And yeah, we go right into the Siegebreaker here. Pretty excited to give it a go. If they have Go for the Throat in black, they won't be able to get the Flesh Gorger. They could be running some Dragon-y removal spells, though. They have to cast stuff on their own turn, so if they pass to us, we get to pop off with the Siegebreaker. Primal Might. Okay. That card has not seen play in a long time. That's cool. Swing for 4 lifelink. And then, yeah, maybe Toby this time. Seems like flying will be relevant against them. Voice of Victory. Toby with the Voice of Victory does give all of the tokens flying, which is interesting. I think I kind of like that too. All right. Cool, little 2-mana 3/3 aggressor. And we'll see what the Siegebreaker does. Okay, they just go get a basic land card. Again, we'll see if they tap out on their turn. They have another fight spell. Go for the Throat. 1 mana open. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell. So we get to do the thing here. For what it's worth. And we'll see how good it is. Okay, exile you. Attack. Get ETBs. We get another Toby. Now we have 2 tokens out. Actually, we have 3. So we're close to giving them flying for whatever that's worth. Kotis Fang Keeper. An indestructible card. We have Shoot the Sheriff. Probably for the Death Toucher, I guess. Leave open white. Okay. Give him heck. Make another token. They should have flying now because we have 4 tokens out. When it drops to 4, play the Voice of Victory. Okay, so we make a new 4/4 token every turn. And these ones don't get sacked because the Toby gets sacked. So I think it's a decent combo. And so they can't... I think we pretty much got them here. They need a sweeper right now for 4 mana. Alright, they give it Death Touch flying. Ooh, that's nice. They can give it flying. That's cool. But they need a 2-drop, right? So they can get a Scoundrel here. But off the flyers, we basically just got him, I think. Make another Toby. That doesn't help. Alright. Yeah. I mean, they're gonna have flying regardless, so we just get them. 2 tokens here, 3 tokens here, an extra Befriender. Everyone has flying. If you can combo off, like, it is strong. But I think it's a little more gimmicky than I think. Because if you don't have the Siegebreaker, like, how good is the deck really? That's kind of my concern. It's cool. It's definitely cool. But the question is, can the base of the deck without the Siegebreaker still function well? Delmo. MTG. We're on the play. I'm not going to throw away my Siegebreaker hands, but it'd be nice to hit a 2-drop. Flanker is also not the ideal bounce target. We could sub it out for Toby just for this event, because you've yet to see really any graveyard shenanigans. Like, I do think it's a good meta call for like ranked standard, but for the early access event, there's going to be no awakening, and who knows if there's any Sultai like graveyard shenanigans. We do get to be on the play though, which is pretty nice. Cut down immediately, sure. Wait to flash in the flanker here. You're probably a little bit of a better copy target, I suppose. Okay. And we're looking to curve out. If they have Go for the Throat, they cannot kill this guy. So we'll see. Too bad they shut down the voice, because then that'd be an uninteractable combo. The Rakshasa. I bet they're doing the exact same deck as us. So we'll see who does it better, I guess. Here we go. We actually don't move to combat first. Interesting. I was thinking we would move to combat first and get the lifelink on the Siegebreaker, but it's when it enters, not when it attacks. So you don't even get that initial lifelink. So it makes the Steel Seraph a little bit worse again. I mean, it's still a very reasonable thing. We just got a 3-mana 5/4 flyer for free. But it's a little bit worse than I thought. So they're going to sack this thing before their end step, I'm guessing. Alicia. Oh, okay. Get it back. Nice. Cool. It can't block still. But it is something to do. We could flash in... We could flash in the flanker when they do this. If we copy the first Siegebreaker, what does that do? Let's see. We'd get back the original 5/4. Wouldn't be able to attack though, wouldn't? And then we create a tap token copy of the Siegebreaker. I don't think that's a reasonable play. I think the flanker is okay, because it kind of shuts down what they're trying to do. All right, so we just get him with the 5/4 here. First strike. Okay. Regular strike. Drop to 3. Hopefully... Oh, we probably had lethal there. My bad. Probably had lethal off the flanker. Whoops. Or off the next Siegebreaker. They were tapped out. We should have just... I was getting too cute with trying to set up the next play. They hit us for 5 here. It is decayed. Bet they played the next Alicia. That was my bad. Okay. Is it sacked on the end step? I don't really know what they're going to do here. They might just scoop because we should have a random 3/1. Yeah, that was dumb. We should have played the Siegebreaker there. Got a little too cute with it. Human token. I like that. Good avatar too. I'm here for it. We're on the draw. Mana is okay. Fear of Missing Out could help us dig. I think it's fine to keep. A Abzan tap land. Nice. What does Abzan do? Tokens? And a Mardu tap land. Alright. I think we're just trying to hit land here. Could probably bin one of our numerous Flesh Scourgers, I guess. Cool, we hit the next land. That's quite nice. Hauntwoods. Let's shoot the Sheriff. Alright, so we can either give lifelink right here, or just play out this guy, which is a little better long term. I think we'll just take the lifelink, I guess. Just a little bit of immediate value. Lifelink. Opponent is ramping with the Hauntwoods, potentially into some big dragony things. Maybe some 5-color dragons. You got the Everywhere land. Oh, I forget what this card does. Exile to library. Exile 2 non-land cards, mana be 4 or less. Is this combo still exists? You may cast one of those 2 cards without paying its mana cost. I totally forgot this combo existed. Why does no one do this? Alright, Dragonstorm? Non-land card. Oh my gosh, what the heck? Holy moly. They just run it back? Day of Judgment in hand. We can't both draw the land and the Siegebreaker to play around that? Holy shit. Okay. Well, that'll about do it. Alright, 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 alright. Good stuff, good stuff. Let's see. Only creatures are planeswalkers. Did they miss the damage there? Alright, protection from white and black, so that's our only removal spell. Jeez, okay. Well, I mean, we'd have to... I guess if we top deck the combo, we still need the land too. Alright, I think we're trying to draw to hit both the land. I mean, we've lost this game for sure, but like if we're going to keep playing, this does not really help against their protection from black. Okay, we will need the next land. And we will keep digging. I think we've been shoot for the sheriff, because I just don't know what we're going to do with it. I could kill a Hauntwoods, but if anything's going to get there, it's going to be a menace. A menacey creature. Here's white. Enters deal X damage as you choose. X is the number of lands you control. So they only dealt like 4 or 5 damage, so I guess why they couldn't kill both those things. Alright, they flipped the invasion. Goodness gracious, who knows what this card does. Target player draws 2 cards. Put an artifact card from your hand onto the battlefield. Create a token that's a copy of a permanent you control. Distribute 3+1 counters among 1, 2, or 3 creatures you control. Destroy target permanent an opponent controls. I'm going to destroy my land. And make a copy of what? Either the dragon for the ETB, or just like the Hauntwoods, I guess. What did they make a copy of? They made another copy of an Alara, maybe? Well, we sit here like a chump a little bit. And Day of Judgment's in hand too, which is not so great. Another Dragonstorm, my goodness. Exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. You may cast without paying its mana cost if its mana value is 8 or less. And this guy is 8 or less as well. If you don't, put that card into your hand. When a dragon you control enters, return this enchantment to its owner's hand. Try to loop this. Okay, so there is the combo. If he lets us do it, we can get multiple attacks off here, but they don't do so well. He also binned the Day of Judgment. I mean, if he gets greedy here, maybe we could win. I think we go no attacks. 13. 19 damage. It's a very low chance we win, but suiciding in multiple Fear Missing Outs isn't the play. There's a chance we win. If he attacks all and leaves us at 1 life, and we Siegebreaker, and we get 3 additional combat steps, and we copy the Flesh Scourger 3 times, or maybe 4 times, we do win the game. It's not a high probability play, but it is also his entire deck is gone. Just shuffle it back in. Okay. I think it is our only chance here. Alright, so attack this, and then flip it. So he's going to kill, hopefully, not the land? Like, if he kills a Fear of Missing Out, that'd be ideal. Oh, he does. He does. Okay. This is our best chance at victory here. I'm not saying we're going to win. He would have to attack. Yeah, it's too much because he'll kill the first Siegebreaker on the first attack. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. He did the combo thing. On turn 5, I guess he went, what, Alara into Bramble. Alright, well, that was our chance. You're not supposed to scoop in these events, so we'll just show them our dinky little combo, and then we'll bow our heads in disgrace and get out of here. But you're not supposed to scoop in the events, and they're having a fun time, you know, doing their thing, so. Here you go. Here's my combo. I made a 7-5. It's definitely as strong as what you're doing. Okay. We do get back the Flesh Scourger. It does come in as a 7-5. We're up to, yeah, it didn't do nothing. We did something. It's just not enough in the face of the, Ooh, Rennie, the song unending. I think the idea for this deck is cool. I think the fact that it's a 4-drop is just a little inconsistent. We'll just eat it. I don't know. It's fine. I don't think we're gonna win this game. I don't know if that's lethal or not. 28 damage? Yeah, it's lethal. It's fine. That's totally fine with me. I'm happy to move on. I'm not going to scoop preemptively because he deserves his time in the sun, but I am also ready to move on to the next game. So we'll do that. Mardu token. All right. They're either going to be doing Mobilizer first or the same deck, I think. Turn 1 Duress. It's probably not going to be that good in the early access event. But we're going to draw 2. It's definitely not ideal. Interesting. Well, let's take a look. A removal spell? Oh my gosh. What the frick? Silex is really slow. Filigree is also really slow. They're definitely Ugin here. So we'll just take the sweeper, I guess. They're definitely Ugin. I think we can kill him faster than that, but we'll do our best. Silex. It's gonna be a couple turns they can kill Voice of Victory. The Squire. We could go Voice here and then Squire next turn. Sure. So they can tap it to put an oil counter on this turn. And then next turn they can sack it to kill all of our 2-drops. So ideally, we don't play more 2-drops here, basically. And the tokens will die. This is a little bit awkward. Yeah, we want to hit both a land and a 3-drop off of the next draw somehow. So maybe the Scoundrel comes in. Okay, so now they're ready to kill all of our 2-drops, but not this turn. We do hit the land, so that's good in general. We don't really want to play any 2-drops here. I think we could Scoundrel and try to draw discard into like some more stuff. And then also duress this turn. Discard a card, then draw a card. Probably Shoot the Sheriff can go versus them. Alright, well, it is what it is. Technically we can duress. They can't do anything on our turn anyway, but whatever. It's fine. There's Ugin. I guess we take that. I mean, it's so far away though, right? It's so many turns away. I think we just take the next Silex. 7 mana is just really expensive. So this turn we could go like Scoundrel, Treasure, and like Voice, or Scoundrel, Treasure, and Squire. If we hit the land, we can go like Voice and Squire, or Squire then Voice, something like that. They also have Blast Zone up to 2. So that if they play a land and sack it, they can then sweep all of our 2-drops. Hey. Oh, they sack it now. All right. Well, they are ready to kill a bunch of 2-drops here. They play the Jasper out now, even though they don't have a dragon. So I'm a little surprised by that. Another land. We really want to draw a discard into better stuff, and they're going to kill all of our 2-drops anyway. I think we just start here and probably bin the Squire, though it's a decent threat. Let's draw and discard. Who's better? Every subsequent creature makes a Squire better, I guess. They're not really casting spells on our turn anyway. So I think you keep the land. Yeah, we'll do it like this. Sure. Two drops, not looking so good into the Blast Zone. They can also level up the Sanctuary here. So they have a 3/3 blocker. This is really a slow draw for us. Three Vigilance to the face. They're at 4 mana here. Oh my gosh, what does that thing do? Another land, don't need that. I mean, they can kill all of our 2-drops, but what are you really going to do? Technically, there's no incentive to play the Squire. Could put a land down there, which is what we want to do anyway. I mean, they're just going to destroy all 2-drops here. So I don't think we play the Squire yet. Can discard the land. Gives us Delirium. Another land. Okay. No reason to play the Squire here. I think we're pretty toasted. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Is this a dragon? Oh, one of any type. Cool. Okay, that's smart. Duress. Sure. I mean, it does not really help so much. They still can kill all 2-drops, so we don't really even want to play the Squire. which is kind of a non-game for us. Alright, well, we wait to hit him another draw discard spell.
The wise heed my advice.
Duress, yeah, is looking pretty suspect in this event. Fear Missing Out is also weird. We could cut a lot of this stuff and just go full in on like mobilize and try that out. Mobilize plus Toby. We could also cut the flanker probably. I think I'm down to try that. We go mobilize plus Toby plus Squire. I think that's okay with me. Alright, let's game. Yeah, it's been a little bit lackluster, I guess. The only problem is with the 24 land deck, we don't really have big payoffs. Like we have no, if we get rid of Fear Missing Out, we can't really cycle stuff that well. But I'm down to try it, I think. Also, Steel Seraph is a little underwhelming because it's only a 5/4 and you don't get the triggers on any of the beginning of combat steps, which I did not realize. So it's really only ETBs you're looking for. So we could cut 2 flankers and either put a Toby or like another mobilize. We cut the Scoundrel and the Fear of Missing Out and put in 2 more mobilize 2-drops. We could even cut Shoot the Sheriff and put in the new Boros instant. I think I'm down to try that. We'll go all in on the Squire. And I guess put in the red 1-drop mobilize too. I think I'm down to try it. In my head, this worked a lot better, but the reality is like you have to draw into a very specific card, and if you don't, the deck just isn't doing a whole lot by itself. I think Toby giving them all flying could be very good. So I'm still high on Toby. Alright. I don't want to sit here forever.
Is the power of eons.
Are you gonna make me sit here forever? Like you can probably. I think if you do one more, I'm just gonna scoop. I want to give you your time, but at some point you gotta. You have to be a merciful ruler. All right, we're gonna take a little mid-session thing. So we're gonna go a little more into mobilize, which is a cool theme from the set anyway. And less into the Siegebreaker. It's just everything kind of has to go right for it to work. Who else is mobilizing here? I think I want 3 of these guys in here. Maybe you come in. Maybe some Zergo. Even this could come in, but I like our Toby combo, I think. Are there no more 2-drop mobilize effects? I thought there'd be more 2-drop mobilize effects. Okay, let's also look for the... There is some other good Boros stuff here. There is the... Where... You're only going to show me Mardu? Where's the Boros Charm? Frontline Rush could be a good spell as well. Alright, so let's take out Duress. And let's go all in on the Squire. And we'll try to take out Shoot the Sheriff as well. For what that's worth. We'll get rid of Scoundrel too. And we'll get rid of Fear Missing Out. It's got Mobilize. It's okay. Not sure we need this one. We'll take out the Flanker as well. We'll take out the Steel Seraph. Just a little bit less impactful than I thought. So we're more heavily into Mobilize here. I do think Toby is really good with the tokens. Could even do it like this. Are there other warriors that are worth pairing with Zergo? Alicia could be okay. Okay, we're changing things up. We're trying something a little bit different. We're going more into Mobilize. We're going heavily into the Squire with the Mobilize effect. We cut the Steel Seraph because it's not as good as I thought, because you don't get the before combat trigger ever. And we got some Zergo in here and some Alicia. The Frontline Rush is going to be a really good pump spell in Boros, plus it creates tokens. And Menace is just like a random common. It has Mobilize. Maybe there's something better to put in here, but we're just playing around with things. We'll try this out. We'll see if we like this any better. It just felt like the deck was falling too flat. If you don't have the Siegebreaker, the rest of the deck just wasn't really doing anything. So we're hoping this is a bit more synergistic. Yeah, it's Ash Lizzle. Okay, let's hope this deck does something. We're on the play with no white. We can go turn 2 Brigade into turn 3 Flesh Gorger. Potentially. Ugh. Could probably mulligan into a better hand here, though. If we hit the white, the Brigade's a little okay. I think you mulligan this. Alright, much better mana. Yeah, this is okay. I guess we keep this. I think we keep the land and put back, like, one of the headliners, maybe? And hope to kind of just curve out into something good. Pretty dicey. Okay, fast land on red. It's a 1-drop with mobilize. Red do nothing. Okay. Play a Skrill. I guarantee it's dragons. I guarantee we see Sarkhan on 2 here. And we have 1 basic in hand. Yep, there's Sarkhan on 2. We do not have a good attack with the frontliner. It's not a bad card. We give it protection against red. Oh yeah, there's the Hellkite in hand. Damage equal to the number of creatures you control to target creature. We don't have enough mana for that. I mean, I guess this is fine. I don't think we need to take off the Skrill shield. But they're going to go turn 4 Hellkite, pick off one of our non-basics, and we only have 1 basic left in the deck. If they go double Hellkite, we're just sad. Land? Oh, okay, they don't drop the Hellkite yet. I mean, we don't really get to combo off here. Death Touch and Haste? Nobody really copies that well. But they don't want to trade both of these things anyway. So I guess we just go for this. A tap token that's attacking. I don't think we get the triggers on anything. Whenever it attacks, I don't think it does anything really here. Okay, Death Touch and Haste. But we didn't have a 3-drop on time, which is too bad. Drop to 7. Could play the Hellkite and take one of our basics, but at least we have our 4-drop down. Because the land's going to come in tapped. Okay. No dragons yet. Could go into a 5-drop here still. Hellkite comes down. Sarkhan becomes a copy. Yeah, destroy our basic. I know. We do have one more in the deck, though. That's why we did it. Because we knew this was coming. Unfortunately, the Siegebreaker, like, we already wasted its ability, kind of. Invasion of Tarkir, sure. Has to go into Skrill. Take 7. Attack that down. Flip that. It's a big boy. I guess we can attack all is not so great. We pump the Squire up to a 3/3 and we throw away both the voice and this thing. I guess we could attack with everything and have enough creatures to kill the Thunder Maw here, which is probably what we have to do. But we don't have the mana to 3 creatures. So we do this. We have 3 creatures. It's not enough. We need this one too, I guess. It's kind of a throwaway here. I think you kind of have to kill the Thunder Maw. Okay, 5 damage there. When it drops to 5, I don't know if we really get there. They don't want to block the Death Toucher so much. If we hit land, we could double spell. It's just tough. Stock up. Okay. 3 mana open. Could get another removal spell. Maybe like an Omen Dragon that has a removal spell in the back half. But it has to come out on their turn. Can't happen on our turn. Okay. It's a big enough dragon. It does block stuff. $14 damage presented. 5. Hold back. Chill. Okay. Ay. If we attack with the victory, we do make the Squire pretty big, I guess, and we throw it away. But it might be our best play. Squire first. Hopefully it can make Squire big enough. If we attack here, it becomes a 4/4. And a 4/4 flyer, which isn't awful. We throw away the Voice of Victory. But we do get... Oh, God. Yeah, it's not great. We get 2 attackers. I mean, they have to block this. The Voice of Victory doesn't really get any better, though. I think it's just this. We just didn't get any value off the Siegebreaker this game. Okay. Death Touch. Nothing was under there, sadly. No value off of it. Okay, double damage. How much is that? 6? So that's probably lethal, I guess. Nice. That's game. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, this deck is a little bit lackluster. Unless you have the precise combo, it just doesn't do anything early. So, it is what it is. It's okay. We'll keep playing around with it a little more, and then we'll probably move on to the next deck. Probably a Gruul Dragony deck. Alright, Rogue MTG. On the play with the curve. I don't think he'd turn this away. Alright, fast line 1-drop. Squire attack, make it a 2/2. Blue and white. Oh, Pixies. Pixies, are you kidding me? Alright, that's fine. Fast land, get the Squire down. And we offer the trade here. And it will scale up very quickly. Alright. Trade away. Sure. Interesting. Toby also creates 2 creatures. I think the Zergo is fine. We double... Yeah, setting up the Zergo... All of these options are fine. Maybe if you double spell, you do get the Squire out of nowhere to run range. But they're not black. They are Jeskai Pixies. Okay, a non-game. Man, yeah, this just feels a little underwhelming the way we built it here today. It's okay, but you know, the point is to try stuff out. Not everything's gonna be a banger. Lil Kaiju 2, with kind of a cool avatar. We're on the play. It's like a decent curve. Mana's okay, although lots of pain lands. We'll keep it. We're mostly white and red. Start here. And then Squire or Voice on 2. Fast land. Voice does shut down removal spells on our turn, which isn't bad. Plus we can protect it pretty well. I think that's the most annoying thing to do, right? I think they will have a hard time with this. Can we just sit here and protect? They have to cast spells on their own turn. If it doesn't block the 1/3 well, then we can just attack for free and get the Squire moving. Okay. Yeah, you got it. Fast land, mana's good. We go Squire first. Then Headliner. And get the Squire moving. Mobilize 2. It's a 4/4 already. Very decent. Alicia can get back the Skrelv. Plus anything else they kill here. Another Corey Steel card. Is this the same? No, different person, different deck. There must be a combo with this that I don't know about that makes it decent. If you cast your second spell each turn, create a 1/1 white monk token with prowess. So it'll be a 2/2 monk token with prowess, trample, and haste. You just kind of hope to get the rest of the way with it. But we definitely hit him decently hard here. I guess it is Alicia. And hope they can't sweep through the 5/5. Or through the... I mean, this card's massive. Yeah, the Squire is very, very strong with the mobilize effects. Get back the Scroll. Get another creature. It's a 9/9 now. I don't think they really get through that. Have to cast spells on their own turn. They need a Day of Judgment here, which I don't know if they're going to run in their Jeskai Prowess deck. Jeskai Flurry plus Prowess deck. Okay. Time counters. Can you manipulate the time counters somehow? Second spell this turn. Trigger the Cold Cutter. Exile the spell you cast, then copy it. Where is the suspended card? Is it not a... Is it not suspended? Not sure what to make of that. You can give unblockability. What color is this monk token? A white monk? Okay, maybe that doesn't matter so much. I mean, we have flying, so does not really matter here. Yeah, I mean, you can probably build like a low to the ground mobilize deck with Squire. We did see one game where opponent did something like that. Alright, maybe we'll do one more, and then we'll move on to dragons. Jeskai token. We're on the draw. We have the Squire into the Mardu Siegebreaker combo. If we hit a land. So we're down to go for it here. It's not a perfect hand, but I think it's okay. A lot of pain lands too. Fast land is nice. Land in general is nice. Jeskai, okay. Well, we'll get the Squire down here, unless we're really afraid it's going to die immediately. Turn 3, we want to go... we might be forced to go Zergo. I guess you just give him the Squire, make him have it. Let's see what they got. Nothing yet. Okay. Alright. We go Zergo here. I don't know how good it is with the Siegebreaker. Like, it is a warrior token, so it won't be sacked on end step, but I don't know really how impactful that is for us. Make it 2/2. We attack into Mysterious Jeskai open mana. They do nothing, though. Is it a sweeper? No, they land. That's not so bad. Okay, I mean, +X for a red removal spell? I don't think so. We don't know what's going to happen. We could definitely get swept up here. But the follow-up isn't bad. So I think you just keep going. We pumped the Squire up a little bit before combat. It's a 3/3. Attack all levels it up to a 5/5. Plus the other Squire. And we'll see what happens. Eat it all drop to 9. Very suspicious. We don't sack the tokens off the Zergo. We go turn 4. Maybe Day of Judgment? Yeah, okay. So we want to set up for the Siegebreaker turn. If we Siegebreaker the Siegebreaker, that's weird but acceptable, I guess. They're also tapped out. I think it's fine to just do this to start. You can always still play the Flesh Gorger next turn. Siegebreaker the Siegebreaker. You get a copy that ETBs. And if they kill the first one with a sweeper, then we still get the other copy back. I mean, they probably kill this one in response to the target, right? So I'm not sure we do that, actually. I think we go, like, Brigade here. Yeah, they were going to kill you in response to the target anyway. I feel that. Flesh Gorge is not bad, because if they target it, they take 3, right? Or we could flash in this guy. We just make some goblins. I don't think that's that bad either. I think let's flash in the frontline rush here. Flesh Gorge is decent. If it doesn't get countered, then targeting it does make him lose 3 life. Dispelling Exhale. Okay. They do have a dragon in hand. Non-land card. Mana value 3 or less. Cast the copy. Alright, here comes a couple Goblinos. Three mana open, 1 more counter. We could obviously go for the kill here. 3 mana open. I think we want to try the Flesh Gorger here first. There's no stick. Okay, let's try map token. I do lose a good amount of life, down to 2. It's quite low. It's a creature that could be bigger off the map token. Very close to getting there. It's a 4/5. They're going to have to block the Siegebreaker. They take the Get Lost. If we hit a non-land, the 5/5 does survive the block. Frontline Rush. Okay, I mean, it's got to be this. Take the value. Another land. Take the value. Ideally a non-creature, another land. I guess we trade here. I mean, we still have lethal off the nowhere to rush. Trade away. Stock up. Yeah, could be game. If we get another Flesh Gorger uncountered, they would have to hit another sweeper for it, though. Alright, it's a decent card. Resolves. Let's try to leave 2 mana open. More land. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow, a lot of land. Okay. We'll try to flash in the goblins again for the kill. Lockdown. Alright. Is that all you got? Sure. Stock up. Only 1 mana open. We could get there unless they get a Smite or a Burst Lightning. I think we got him here. 2/1/1s. I think we likely have them. Whew. Okay. All right. You want my real? You want the real talk? You want the real talk? I'm a little disappointed in this deck. I was pretty hyped for it. But this is a my fault in deck construction. Like being super hype about a 4-drop in the deck that you may or may not draw into and not have the rest of the deck be extremely powerful on its own is probably not a recipe for success. I do think if you can pull off the Siegebreaker into the Fleshgorger, like, it is very sick. The Toby is also very sick, but if you don't draw the 4-drop, the rest of the deck needs to be good enough by itself, and I didn't really feel that here today. Like, I guess if you really wanted to play this, can you shove in some really good 1-drop and 2-drops that run their own game plan by themselves? And we did see a Boros player that had a really strong opening. Maybe, like, yeah, I guess, yeah, you could run like what they ran. They had some Shard Mage's Rescue, so you're leaning into like Voice of Victory and the Squire and the Frontline Rush, and then you could still have some top end with like Toby, which is some token generation, and the Fleshgorger into Mardu Siegebreaker. But overall, that's just my initial thoughts. We'll see how things shake out. But this is the first video here. If you enjoyed it, you can like and subscribe, leave a comment. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.